So it is kind of dark back here, so I do apologize for that. Nobody started this thing up in probably about 2 months. I don't know if the battery's dead or not. It's got some life, at least. Hit the door, okay. Not the keys, not the correct keys. Here we go. Show the that. Oh. You have a wait to start. Oh, there we go. Look up. Doors and close on me. I don't want carbon monoxide poisoning. Yeah. The bloody thing's alive. I'm actually kind of shocked by that. I thought the batteries would be dead, to be honest. But there is always auxiliary start. I think it's plugged into standard wall outlet at the moment, which is charge the batteries. So theoretically, I could have done auxiliary start, and I probably would have cranked over quicker. But yeah. So I'm not sure. Yeah, so this is pretty much Hannah's RV, nicknamed Blueberry. I've done a couple little short videos on starting it up because I've always loved full starts. I really never had the opportunity. This is the only vehicle I've ever owned that has a diesel engine in it. Or I shouldn't say I own, my parents own. Air pressure so low. Air pressure's up already. Look at that. Not all the way. Coming up though. We're a little low on diesel. Plenty of depth. Oil pressure is I guess I'll idle for a little bit, and I guess I'll go kind of go through and show you what the inside of the RV looks like. I don't know why it's revving up to that high. It shouldn't go that high. Am I complaining? Not at the moment. If it keeps climbing, I will probably have to shut it off because it's concerning. It's not a 2-stroke, so the injection shouldn't be. I don't know. Anyways, I'll kick the main power on. Then we should turn it back off. But yeah, so this is the inside of Hanley's RV. Like I said, we are looking to potentially sell it. We got a standard TV. It does off the wall, and so you can have easier connection to, or have easier access to the ports. It is an old style TV, but I'd imagine it wouldn't be too hard to replace it if you really wanted to. Same time that you're camping, this thing works plenty fine. Storage, currently store mainly just miscellaneous up here. Honestly, not a whole lot of super interesting stuff. Each of the cabinets are kind of latched, sort of latch style, where it, unless there's something really heavy pushing on it, it should not come off. And we've had overall really good luck. The only cabinet has popped open is these top cabinets here. That's just because we got plates, and should be RV'd a lot, it'll potentially pop one of these open, but no worries. Yeah, more storage up here in these games and sort of stuff. This is usually where I store my clothes, as well as my little brother and little sisters. Door to get out. under cabinet storage for the sink. It is currently winterized. You actually see a bit of antifreeze there. Yeah, so the faucets are currently, well, if I turn it on, pink antifreeze will come out. Pull out cabinets, geez. Salt and pepper is currently in here, but we don't want to store like chips and, well, chips, boxes like graham crackers, marshmallows, stuff like that. Usually desserts go up here, like donuts. Come back here, we do have a bathroom. This bathroom is usually the one that the kids use, I guess, so me, a little brother, and sister. Great bathroom overall. The only unfortunate part is there is water damage. It's not a very good look at it, but yeah. Fortunately, this bathroom did kind of flood a little bit. Didn't affect much of the rest of the RV, but the pipe in here, really can't see that well. I apologize for that. Here, let me get a flashlight. RPM still hasn't gone down. I'm gonna make it quick. So that's the inside there, and fortunately this, some part of it, I'm not sure exactly what part, started leaking. Okay, RPM went down. So yeah, it caused a bit of water damage. Better look at that damage there. That's probably that, and there's another part of that's a bit of a concern. Light off. Yeah, so that's bathroom A. This is your control panel. Generator start. Unfortunately, the generator is having issues, so I guess it's another thing to note. Slide controls. There's one slide, this whole section here, from the very end of that couch right there all the way to here, obviously. That goes out a solid like 2 or 3 feet or more. I think more. Excuse me. The second slide, this whole back bed here, which is the master bed, this whole thing will slide back pretty much to the width of that door frame right there. So like the width of this door frame. So it gives you about a little over like 3.5 feet or so of wiggle room, which I think is a solid amount. Another TV back here. There's 3 TVs on this RV. There's this one, a second one, or the one I already pointed out to you. Hi. And then of course there's one outside. All of them can be, they're all wired together essentially. So you could play a movie on the TV inside of here, and it will, and if you want to, you can project the movie on this TV and the one outside, or you can just have it on one or the other. Pretty much up to you. Obviously, like I said, the master bed, breaker box is below this bed. I know that because that's how you get the generator shut off, unfortunately. Oh jeez. Here's the back area. It is equipped with washer and dryer hookups, so you can add a washer and dryer if you really wanted to. Currently, we just store towels in here. Pretty genericness. Kind of a medicine cabinet up top, basic sink, another basic toilet, and of course a shower. Decent size. It's got a bit of a hood up top there. I forgot to mention the other bathroom does have a fan, which moves quite a decent amount of air. I did forget to mention about the shower here though. I forgot to turn the light off. Yeah, overall, nice shower. I'm not too tall, but imagine if you're like over 6 foot, you'll be fine. I am like 5'8", and it fits me more than well, so yeah. I know it's not saying much. But yeah, so that's pretty much the entire RV. Really not a whole lot to note. Do have a microwave. Unfortunately, just a stovetop, no oven. I forgot to mention the fridge. We don't have a full-size fridge. Unfortunately, it's just a... Oh, there's water in here. It's frozen. Nice. Yes, unfortunately, this is just a basic fridge. Really nothing special. It is a propane or an electric fridge. Unfortunately, it does not... I don't know, it's kind of finicky. It doesn't like to operate when we're driving for some reason. But I don't know if that's just the kind of how the things are or what. Anyways, now the engine's warmed up a little bit. Kind of get a better idea of this thing actually, in my opinion, runs quite well. Got decent oil pressure still, but that does go up when you rev it. So yeah, probably need more diesel, but it's not the worst. Pressure is pretty much all the way there. All right. Oh, we're gonna mention we do a navigation tablet. Sure, accept all. It's not the greatest thing ever. Very basic as far when it comes to tablets. Yeah, it's a Garmin system. It runs like Android 4. Really old. It's quite outdated, honestly. It's not really a awesome. And before I forget, I am going to turn the main power off. It is plugged in, so technically right now we're running off of that outlet I pointed out earlier. And it actually operates quite well off the outlet. Unfortunately, you can't do... Well, it's not recommended to run the AC units just plugged into a standard outlet, so you probably will pop the breaker, which is understandable. I'm not upset by that or... So it's like a how dare you sort of thing. Makes sense. As far as it's got the engine overall, from the history of my owning it, has been really reliable. We've had very little issues with it. It's been, in my opinion, an absolute treat to. I never driven it, but it honestly has been I've had a lot of good journeys in this thing. Engine has had some of the last road trip we had. Probably should get washed. Yeah, absolute unit when it comes to just general reliability. Driveline wise, for sure. The only issue we've ever really had is with the transmission. Occasionally it seems to go into like a limp mode where essentially you'll refuse to get out of first gear. Usually it's because these cabinets are open. So this is, I guess, a safety feature of some kind. Makes sense that we have it, but yeah. I didn't point out the cameras. We do have cameras that go all the way around. So here's the first camera. There's an exact same one on the other side, and then there is one up top back here. It's off. See the one up top there. That's mainly just to assist you with backing up and normal, which I guess what you would do with a camera. Anyways, so that's the def fuel fill up. This is just a smaller basic storage cabinet. I honestly forgot what we have in here. There are 2 sets of keys. This might be open. No, it's not. Come on, there we go. It's a little finicky. Other way. That's right. So that's our supposed to be for our not awning, but things like an outside netted area, so you can hang out outside without having the mosquitoes just absolutely annihilate you. That's in the cabinet. This one has been pretty good luck. It doesn't pop open all that much. Gotta just give it a little more of a oomph. Propane tank, like I said. Actually, probably one shouldn't be locked. What is this one? Is this the voltage? Oh no, the batteries. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so those are the batteries. Pretty well maintained. I really can't see really well into there. Did I fall a little more better in here to get a better idea? It's the battery compartment, and then of course charcoal stuff. Frankly, you can store just about whatever you want in there. This one is connected to these next 2, or at least it should be. I forgot this one's loose. It's definitely a bit of a. There's definitely some parts of it that need work, but none of it's like broken beyond belief. Okay, I'll make note of that. So yeah, more storage stuff in here. This is electrical. Honestly, where you would hook up for power. So we also carry our sewage hose. Not really much to note in there. It's pretty basic setup. It's not bad. This right here is for the, I believe, the black tank. One of the release valves for it. Oh, wait, it's unlocked already. So yeah, so this is kind of where you do all of your sewage related stuff. So there's a hookup on the back here. Generally we've had a pretty good luck with sewage. We're getting rid of all the nasties. Oh, it's cold. So yeah, I've had pretty good luck with it. Really haven't had too much issues. I'd say probably our biggest issue we've had with the sewage is that it doesn't like to come out at times. So you have to run the water a bunch, but really that's probably the only major issue we ever have with the sewage. Here's the generator. This thing has not been fired up in a long time. It really should be started. Big generator, it powers the whole RV. It is quite loud, so you are gonna wanna definitely view like the campground rules, I guess, if you wanna call it that, which makes sense. I feel like you should review those anyways. More water related stuff. Really not a whole lot special going on in there. More storage. The other valves for doing the for the black tank and gray tank are in here. That one is for the gray tank, I believe, and then there should be another one. Nope, that's that one. Okay. Yeah, one of those just store wood in here. Obviously we don't take the wood with us if we're going anywhere outside of like our immediate area. Here's the propane tank. It shouldn't be able to be locked. So yeah, there's our propane tank. Has been refilled, I think, twice since we first bought this RV back in 2019. To be honest, I don't know the capacity of this tank. I don't know much about propane tanks in general. It's not being happy, I guess. Hang on. Okay. These are the cabinets that we use the most, I would say. It's mainly filled for lawn chairs. This one's got bike helmets in it. And then this one I think also has bike related stuff in it. Kinda gotta angle the keys a little bit. Yeah, so there's our bike lock. Oop, filling the wrong thing. Yeah, it does, I forgot to mention this, it does go all the way through, and there are lights in here for I guess for your viewing pleasure. Makes things a little simpler potentially. But yeah, so it does go all the way through, so you can stick some pretty long things in here if you really had to. I personally don't know what, but there isn't a whole lot of height room, probably only about less than a foot for sure. That doesn't mean it's bad. There we go. There's the other camera, like I was pointing out earlier. It does have quite new tires on it. That's a pretty good chunk of tread left on there. Like here is the base above. I mean, the grooves to my phone doesn't fit in there. I don't have a great thing of like showing what it's like, but I don't know. I'd say half decently sized fingers, and I can easily fit them in there, no problem. Goes past my fingernails easily. I know it's not a great measurement, but they're overall in really good shape. Not dry rotted, a little curbed, it seems like. Don't recall where we got that from, but ignore it. Solid rims. It is built on a Freightliner chassis. So yes, it does have a inline 4 Cummins that doesn't make a lot of power, but it hauls this thing no problem. One time it really struggles when we were going up in the mountains in the Rockies. But yeah. The other TV, I forgot to mention this, is behind here. There also is a, not a built-in radio, but essentially a stereo system, so you can crack that open and play music. struggle with keys. It's already unlocked. Okay, that's fine. Let's take it to the man. This thing hasn't opened in a while and it's cold. Oh, come on, there we go. Make sure it's hit. We're good. So yeah, so there's a second TV. And then of course the before mentioned stereo system, which does have a CD player. If you're into that sort of thing. Why isn't that going back? It's cold. Okay. Outlet. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty much the whole RV. Looking at the rear tires, very similar thing. I got a lot of tread left on those. So the tires were done maybe like a year ago, and they only have maybe less than 2,000 miles on them, I think. Maybe at most, if that, at most 2,000 miles. Less they're at, essentially. But yeah, it does have a tow hitch. We have both a bike rack on here and my dad's 2020 Jeep Wrangler, which was not fully loaded exactly, but had a bike rack also on its back hitch, so it definitely can haul. And this was probably another small damage, accidentally backed into a tree. Yeah. Unfortunately, this whole back piece is fiberglass, I guess to save weight. And unfortunately, this whole thing is shattered, or completely cracked. All the way down underneath. Does suck, but it's mainly cosmetic. It's not really gonna affect much. Reverse lights work. All the lights back here work plenty fine. None of it was really affected by that. Trailer lights still work. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole RV. Pretty much it. So I'm sitting in the storage unit under a roof. It doesn't have very much insulation, and I forgot to mention how hot it was today. It's about 33 degrees. But yeah, overall, I think I've had a lot of good trips in this RV. It's been a really fun vehicle to own for sure, and I can't wait to either continue going with it or have it meet its new owner. But yeah, anyways, that's it for me. So yeah, see ya.